If you've ever just been crushed by rejection, heartbroken over someone that just won't reciprocate, or devastated by not getting an opportunity that you wanted, you know exactly how much attachment can hurt. Today, we're gonna talk about why your attachments are hurting you, how detaching is going to change your life, and how you're gonna get started today. So let's dive on it. When we attach to a person, thing, or situation, we essentially allow them control over our emotions and our mood, whether that's good or bad. And that's extremely painful because these are external things that we can't control. A lot of times what ends up happening is we do try and control these things. We attempt to manipulate situations or change the way that we behave to ensure that we get the exact outcome we want. And so that's why our attachments create so much struggle in us, because we are just clawing our way to exactly where we think we want to go. You are creating your own struggle by attaching so hard to a particular outcome. The key to actually relieving yourself of this pain is learning how to detach. It's learning how to accept, move on, and let go. Now you might be like, Sarah, that's great. I understand my attachments are causing me anxiety, but I don't want to detach. I don't want to become emotionless. I don't want to stop caring about my friends and family. I don't want to give up on my hopes and dreams. And you shouldn't. Let me tell you what detachment isn't. It is not apathy, indifference. It's not giving up all your hopes or being cold and not caring about people. When I talk about detachment, detachment is simply the detachment to the outcome. Now that can be really scary too, because we have been so conditioned to believe that if we just put our heads down, hustle, focus on our goals and aspirations, we're gonna get there. So I get it. When you hear someone say, you need to detach from the outcome, it seems like it's contradictory to you achieving your dreams. But that's actually not the case, because when you just focus on the outcome and you attach so heavily to the outcome, oftentimes you only see one diluted way there, because you want to ensure and do everything in your power to get to that outcome. But in reality, if you focus on enjoying the journey, focus on putting your best foot forward and leave everything else alone, all of that struggle, all of that anxiety of needing to get to this one place will go away. And I guarantee the work that you put in, the relationships that you have, the things that you create are just gonna flow so much better. There's this T.S. Eliot quote that says, "For us, there is only trying. The rest is not our business." That being said, learning detachment is going to take time. For all my life, have been such an anxious girly. I would just have so much anxiety trying to make things perfect and take the next perfect step to get to where I want to be. And that was exhausting. Anytime I actually got to an outcome that wasn't the one I wanted, it was so devastating and so crushing, because it felt like a personal attack. It was like, oh, I created so many plans and tried to control every single part, and it just didn't work out in my favor because I sucked. Learning to let go, learning that what is right for me will come, what is meant for me will always be mine, and trusting the process has absolutely changed the game. I live in flow way more than I did before. I've learned how to just put my best foot forward and let everything else fall into place. Okay, how? At the end of the day, detachment is a mindset shift. There are 3 foundational things that you need to learn to fully embrace detachment. The first thing you need to do is accept impermanence. Nothing in our life will stay the same. And that is scary. Change is hard, but it's also really empowering, because you'll start to realize that our relationship to everything will also change. I want you to think of a goal you've already achieved. Think about everything that led up to that goal. Did you struggle? Did you put in a lot of effort? How did you feel? Were you in a state of desperation? Did you really, really want that goal? Now think about when you got that goal. You're probably super excited, celebrated all your months of hard work, and you were in this shiny, pivotal peak. Think about where you are today in relation to that goal. It's not as shiny as you thought it was when you were working to achieve it. So you can just knock it off its pedestal today. Detach from the outcome of needing to achieve it. And it shouldn't hold so much weight on you today to cause you to struggle so much to get there. Enjoy the process of getting there. All of these outcomes that we are striving towards will never stay the same anyways, always going to change. So don't cause so much internal strife to get to that end result. By accepting impermanence, you recognize that things will come and go from your life, so there's no reason to fully be attached to the outcome of anything. Say you get rejected from this one specific job today. That doesn't mean you're going to get rejected from every single other job. It doesn't mean you're going to be jobless for the rest of your life. It was just this job. Another opportunity is going to come your way because everything changes and everything is impermanent. So there's no reason to be fully attached to one thing when there are so many other opportunities that will come and go from your life. The second thing you need to practice is releasing control of everything and everyone around you. You only have control over yourself and your actions. Stop trying to force your hand and manipulate situations that you fundamentally cannot control. I think a lot of times we attempt to take specific actions in order to influence a situation. That can be, one, really anxiety inducing. Two, actually be a disservice to you because you are creating an outcome that might not actually be in your best interests. For example, say there's someone that you just perceive to be your dream person. You are just trying to get cuffed, but they aren't showing you the same interest. So you think, okay, how do I become this person's dream person? You just start changing your behaviors around them, picking up interests that they have that you really don't care about. Maybe at the end of the day, you do cuff them and you get into a relationship, but realize you got into this relationship sacrificing your authenticity. You sacrifice what you wanted and your needs to appease someone so that they would choose you. So your attachment to this one particular person and your desire to do everything in your power to get that person actually might have left you worse off, because maybe in 1, 2, 3 years you realize just how incompatible you are and you grow resentful of all of the things that you sacrificed to be in a relationship with this person. When instead, if you were detached from the outcome, detached from getting this person, you could be more authentic to yourself, explore the relationship in a way that's meaningful to you, focus on developing connection with this person versus almost trying to manipulate this person or influence them to pick you as a partner. If you just focus on taking action that is aligned to your values, aligned to who you are, the best outcome will show up for you. The people, the situations, and the opportunities that are meant for you will show up for you. So in order to actually detach and be happy, focus on the things that you can control, approach life from the desire to just experience, and stop using your actions to try and manipulate and control the situation. A situation that you force is a situation that is not meant for you. The third thing that you really need to focus on is embracing uncertainty. I know uncertainty can be so scary. I think a lot of people tend to actually choose being in a worse state than being uncertain. Not knowing feels so risky. But realize that uncertainty just means a world of possibilities. Instead of going down this one road, you are now in an open field and you can run whatever direction you want. And that is so empowering. Uncertainty is creative, it's fun, it is eye-opening. It's a playground for growth. Just allow yourself to see what happens and allow yourself to feel good in everything you do. This relates so much to detaching from the outcome, because a lot of times when we want certainty and we want to go on that one road, it's because we think we're headed to the right outcome. When you're detached from reaching this very specific thing, you allow yourself so many more opportunities and outcomes than just the one you currently perceive to be the best. You could go in any direction, and all of those directions have places that bear fruit for you. And so allow yourself the openness, allow yourself the exploration, the creativity, and the imagination that comes with uncertainty. It is so beautiful to just embrace it. Take the leap and detach from the outcome. When I really find myself struggling with attachment, I always do this one journal prompt, and it is so helpful. It's only 3 questions. The first one is, what desire does this person, thing, or situation fill? I think a lot of times we attach to particular things because we believe it will fulfill a particular need for us. For example, we're really attached to getting this designer bag because it will bring us status, or we're really attached to getting a particular opportunity because we want to earn more money. The second question is, why do I have this particular desire? All of our desires are very natural. We desire companionship because we want a sense of belonging. We desire a good paying job because we want financial stability. But ask yourself, why isn't this desire currently being fulfilled in my life? Define where you might feel the lack of this desire being fulfilled right now. And then the third question is, what are other ways that I can fulfill this need? I want you to brain dump as many as you can. Like for the job example, I want you to write down all of the other opportunities you've seen out there and job postings that you've seen. I want you to write down other ways that you can make money. The point of doing this entire exercise is to really show yourself that your attachment is caused by a particular desire, and that desire can be fulfilled in so many other ways. When you realize achieving the particular outcome you're attached to is only one way to fulfill that desire, and there is an abundance in opportunities and ways your desire can be fulfilled, you can begin to release your attachment. So try it out. If you are struggling with attachment, let me know how it goes, and I hope it works for you. When you start to practice all of these different aspects of detachment and really embrace it, your life is going to fundamentally change, because you have completely changed the way in which you interact with all of the different things that you are pursuing. By no longer focusing on the outcome, you'll be so much more present, fulfilled, and ready to embrace the journey, ready to embrace your day-to-day. You won't let your attachment to all of these things drive your emotion. You'll feel so much more stable, you'll live more authentically and attuned to your own needs, and it is going to be such an incredible mindset shift that will change the way that you approach life. You'll stop feeling like you're racing against time. That is something that has been an incredible change for me. I used to be so focused on what's next, focused on achieving the next goal, that my entire life felt like a rat race. Like I was just trying to get to the next thing as fast as I could. And then when I got there, I would just get to the next thing. And by learning detachment, my life has slowed down a lot. It doesn't mean I'm not achieving as much. It doesn't mean I'm giving up on my goals. It means that I can approach things from a place of peace, from a place where I get to put my best foot forward and not focus so much on what the results are. It makes it so that I can actually enjoy the learning process without being so hell-bent on a particular thing happening. And when something doesn't work out, it makes it so that I'm so much more agile in handling that. I no longer feel so crushed by a result that I wasn't anticipating. Every single time I find myself attached to something and I just let go, my life instantly gets so much better. And I've seen that most recently in just the way that I've approached job searching. I'm currently looking for a new role. About a month and a half ago, when I just started applying, I really wanted this particular job. It was at a great name company, and I just thought it would be incredible to work there. When I got the rejection, I was just so devastated. I took it so personally. I thought that because I did everything I could and it turned out poorly and not the result I wanted, that I was a failure. But looking back, I realized there's so many red flags about that job that I was just ignoring because I just really wanted this name company job. It not working out was definitely in my favor. Like the universe was watching out for me. I shouldn't have been so focused and attached to getting this particular job, because now that I've gone through a few more rounds of interviews with other roles, I realized just how much of a better match other companies and other teams could be for me. I think it's so easy when we're attached to a particular outcome to let it consume us and let it become the focal point of our day-to-day. So when I finally just released this need to get a particular job and just started enjoying the process of going through interviews and getting to know teams, it's made it so I don't feel so anxious, because I know that things are gonna work out in my favor. And if I do get a rejection, it's gonna be okay, because there's going to be something else that's there better for me. And that brings me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye.